Hey, the Gadget Man here with nothing but gadgets, and today I'm going to be giving you a tutorial walkthrough guide for the buttons and menu systems on the Boblov 32GB body camera. So 3, 2, 1, let's get at it. Alright guys, so today I'm just going to give you a walkthrough on the how to use the buttons and the menu system on the Boblov 32GB. I'm doing this at the request of several subscribers and commenters on the original Boblov review of this camera, and they have commented that they're having difficulty with the menu system and the buttons on it, and some of it can take a little getting used to. So let me go ahead and jump right into this, okay? So first, let's turn this baby on by hitting this button right here. Push it in. And it will turn on. You don't have to hold it down. All right, let's talk about the menu system. You have 4 buttons along the bottom here. This is to enter the menu. This is to exit the menu. So this is forward, this is backwards. This is also the enter. And then you have 2 arrows up and down to navigate the menu system. So let's jump into the menu system. The first thing we come to is the resolution, okay? So to change resolution, we hit here, okay? And so we see that we have the first thing up top here, okay? We'll go to the top, is the ultra-wide 2K video, okay? This is standard widescreen 2K. This is 1080p or HD, 27p at 60 frames per second, 720p at 30 frames per second. This is 480p at 60 and 480p at 30. Okay, so depending on which one you want to set it to, most people are gonna not require more than 1080p. So we're just gonna set it there. Press the menu button to enter, and you're done. Okay, now we can go down. Quality. Press enter. We see here that we have fine, super fine, fine, and normal. Always like to shoot everything in top quality, so we'll leave that there. Okay, go down again. All right, we have photo size. Option of 32 megabytes. Our megapixels, 36 megapixels. 3 megapixels all the way up there. Okay, so those are your options. Let's just set it there, press enter, we're done. Okay, go down. All right, I have photo quality, which same thing is super fine, fine, and normal. We'll stay in super fine. Okay, let's go down again. Okay, photo rate. Photo rate is how many pictures you want the camera to take each time you press the button. You have several options. If you leave it to off, it will just take 1 picture. You can set it to take 1 picture or 5 pictures, 10 pictures, 15 pictures, 20 pictures, or 25 pictures. These are like a burst mode. It's going to take a bunch of pictures in a sequence, okay? I'm going to leave it to off. All right, let's go down. We have auto shooting off. Okay, this is time-lapse recording. Basically, if you set it to take a picture, it'll 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, and 60 seconds. So you can have this camera set up to take 1 picture every 60 seconds or 30 seconds. So this is time-lapse. It's called auto shooting, but it's time-lapse. Okay, so we're going to leave that off. Okay, LCD brightness is set on high, but we can set it to medium or to low, which makes it much darker to see. So let's go ahead and set it back to high, and let's turn it back. Okay. Volume, you can hear the volume of this right now. So if we set it to medium, you can't hear it as much anymore, okay? So you can change, this is the volume of the key notes as I'm pressing there, okay? PID, this is basically the name of the pictures. You can change it. Right now it's set to a bunch of zeros. You can put whatever you want in there. You can just change whatever you want on the PID and give it a different name, okay? I'm not going to mess with that. Okay, system time. This is where you're going to set your time, year, date, month, and day, and then the time of day. Okay, so you can set that up. Let's go down. light sensitivity low. Basically, this is how sensitive you want it to be to turn the infrared lights on. So do you want it to turn on when it's really dark or just slightly dark? So I've got it set to low, so it's got to be really dark before it switches into infrared night mode. Okay, so you can set that to high, medium, or low. The higher it is, it's going to go into infrared mode earlier when there's still more light. Okay, so let's exit that and let's go down. Duration. This is how long you want your videos to be. You can set them up to 30 minutes. So you got 5, 10, 15, and 30 minutes. I've got it set on 15 minutes. Okay. Infrared auto. This is if you want your infrared lights to come on automatically at night, or if you want to put them into manual. I like it to set to auto, and I'll do that. Detection. If you want motion detection, you can turn motion detection on, and you can have the detection low, medium, high, or off. I'm going to leave that off. If you wanted to set it at motion detection as a motion detection camera, you could use that. Okay. Pre-record. Okay. Pre-record is if you want, when you start recording, sometimes you see something and you start recording and what you saw was already passed. If you turn this on, the camera's actually going to always be recording, but it's going to keep overriding every 15 seconds. So if you turn this on, it's going to record before you press record, it's going to be recording, and then it's going to save that pre-recording before you turn the recording on. But I don't use this, but sometimes you might have the camera on but not be recording, but miss something, and if you press record, it will have recorded it in advance. Okay, it's a little bit difficult to understand, but it just gives you the ability to start recording after the event occurred and still capture the video. Okay. Post record. If you want it to record a little bit after you push the button, say 10-15 seconds after. I'm not sure exactly how long it post records. It's the same thing. You press the record button, but it keeps recording for a little while after you've pressed the record button to turn it off. LCD auto off, 3 minutes. You can set that to 1 minute, 30 seconds off, or 5 minutes. I'm going to set it to 1 minute. Okay? Let me get the light here. All right, now, auto shutdown 10 minutes. So if you don't do anything for 10 minutes, it'll turn off, but you can set that to off. Basically, it will never turn off. It'll just stay on, or 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes. I'm going to set it to 3 minutes. Okay. CarDV off. This is kind of hard to understand, but essentially it is CarDV is what it stands for. Essentially, if you want to use it as a dash cam so that when you plug an external power source into it, like you turn your ignition car on with an ignition controlled outlet and it's plugged in, it will automatically start recording as soon as you plug a power cord into it or you turn external power to it. So if you want to use it as a dash cam. Loop record off. That means that loop record is if you fill up the memory on the camera, you want it to start overriding the earliest files that record, so that it will continuously record. You can set that to on, but then you will lose the first files that were recorded on the disk, and it will keep overriding the earliest files. Okay. GPS off, on or off. So it has a GPS. You can turn the GPS on right there. Okay. And then if you want to reset it back to default settings, you can set it back to factory defaults. This right here is the version of the firmware, and then this is the language, and you have various language: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 9 languages, including English. Okay, I speak English, so I'll do that. And then we're back, and that is how you do the menu system or navigate the menu system on the camera. One side note: there is no way to delete files on this camera, okay? No way to delete the files. You have to plug it into a computer to delete the files on this camera. There's no way in the menu to do it, okay? So let's go back to the main screen. Now, let's say you want to play the files that you have already got on here. Press this button here to go into the playback. You want to play back the videos there, play back the photos there, and play back the audio recordings here. So this is using this button is how you get back to playback function. Press it again to exit. Alright, so that's the entire menu system on the Boblov 32 gigabyte. There are a couple of button functions I'm going to show you here. So this camera has an emergency alert function that if you are in trouble and you need someone to rescue you and you can't yell out, you press and hold the menu button down for 3 seconds and it will go into emergency alarm mode. So watch this. Press. Okay. Let me put this up to the microphone. Okay. So it's not real loud, but somebody could probably hear probably 50 feet away. And it's got this bright light that's flashing. I'm not sure, I don't know Morse code, but I think it is flashing an SOS. So if you aim that at an airplane or you were out to sea or something, somebody would see that could understand Morse code, they would do that. But essentially this is in case you're incapacitated and you need a way to people to locate you. It will do this until the battery runs out. Okay? So let's turn that off. The camera also has a laser, a red laser. You can activate that by pressing this once, and there's your red laser right there. And that is actually tells you, if you use that, it tells you exactly where it's aiming when it's filming. Okay? You could use it for other purposes too, but it's a pretty good little red laser. Press that again to turn it. Press this button here to turn it off. Okay? Now, if you want to use the flashlight mode, press and hold the camera button right here. So press and hold that, and it turns the flashlight on. Okay? Turns that off. So if you've set the infrared or night vision mode to manual, and it's not in auto, and you need to turn it on manually, you do that via this little red button right here. Now, if you press it quickly, you get the little red light, okay, the laser light. If you want to turn night vision mode on, then press and hold that button, and then it goes into night vision mode right there. Press and hold it again, turns it back to color mode or daytime mode. All right, so there are all the functions of the little Boblov 32 gigabyte camera, the menu systems, the playback systems, and all the different special functions of the buttons. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please like, subscribe, and comment. Until next time, this is the Gadget Man saying, I'll see you later.